My name is Kathy, and I'm from Seattle, Washington, and I'm here in the Interfaith Community Church. I came here because I heard that there was going to be a global rally for humanity, which is an anti-Muslim group, but I believe that there is huge diversity among Muslims, and there's also a mixture of the idea of political things and religious things. So I just wanted to say I watched the video, I came to the meeting. It was very interesting because they quoted so many statistics about Islamic people in the United States, and that are basically just measurements, and so they are not opinions, they are measurements of the contributions and the role of Muslims in the United States. So it must mean that these people who are anti-Muslim are misinformed. And the gathering was a great sharing of people's ideas about how we can communicate our solidarity with any group that is stereotyped. And so it was a very rewarding meeting. We're going to meet here tomorrow and pray for those people at the rally.
My name is John Malcolmson. I'm a member of this community, Interfaith Community Sanctuary, and also part of the mindfulness community of Puget Sound, a group in Thich Nhat Hanh's Vietnamese Buddhist tradition. I think we were all trying to figure out how to respond to learning about this group that's planning on protesting at a site where a mosque is being built in Bremerton. Just supporting each other and dialoguing together to figure out how to respond. Thought it was a great film. It was just presenting the facts it was so great that to me it was presenting the facts, and then the personal people speaking in it were so calm and I would say compassionate in their expression of what they had faced in terms of discrimination and what messages they had gotten in their lives, and telling the truth about what is the actual case of Muslims in America, which is a really beautiful history. My impression of the group is that they're very courageous to come together at an event that was announced publicly to be in solidarity, basically, with our Muslim brothers and sisters. I think we called attention to ourselves as an organization today, that we were willing to talk about these very tricky subjects and situations that don't have a clear response, and to live in that place of not knowing, and also bring to it a thoughtful, compassionate, loving presence that I believe goes out into the world from this place.
My name is Phil Gerson. I'm a member of the Jewish faith, and I've been involved with interfaith dialogue and interfaith building, the dialogue activities for over 14 years. When I first started back right around the time of 9/11, I knew little about the Muslim faith, but was delighted when I began to understand that Prophet Muhammad and Islam honored the Jewish prophets and honored the Christian prophets, Jesus, Moses, and so forth, as it built its own religion. And as I spent more time understanding the religion of Islam, I've been very able to separate out the religion from those political facts and happenings that have really little to do with the religion itself, and so forth. So what I've been able to do by getting to know and reading the Quran and being in discussion groups with many Muslims and Christians, I've been able to understand better, and also over the years I've been able to honor of Islam, and also the fact that the Jews lived in Muslim lands for over 1,000 years, and life was reasonably good. I mean, so I was very disappointed to hear the rise of some of these groups like this global Rally for Humanity, which is an anti-Muslim group, and was looking to get a better understanding and see what's possible to do. I have a feeling that some of the rhetoric in our political discussions kind of encourages this doubting of the other, and breeds fear in America, where really, in truth, the fear from Muslim terrorism, is no greater here than many other activities that happen at a very, very low level.
Yes. Well, we've had a very wonderful prayer service, Islamic prayer service, which was attended by, of course, by Muslims and also by non-Muslims. And immediately after the prayer service, we had this plenary gathering of Muslims, Jews, Christians, Buddhists. There was a Hindu, Wiccans, and people who called themselves spiritual but not religious, and some others. And we discussed the implications, the meaning, the potential of this happening, meaning this, what is it called? Global Rally for Humanity. And they are protesting the presence of Islam, and they're gathering around mosques, and they're very angry people. So the first thing which came up was to realize that these are people who are really coming from a place of fear, of anger. And here is an opportunity to reach out to them, to connect with them as human beings, knowing that there is a divine spark in everybody, no matter what the religion. And we know that, as the Quran says, if you make the effort to get to know the other on a human level, it requires a lot of creativity, persistence, patience, a lot of inner work. But if one is able to connect on a human level with the other, then this inclination, this tendency to dehumanize, demonize, that diminishes very, very fast. So this is our work, not with just those people, with everybody in our life with whom we differ. How can we connect on a human level? That's the first point which emerged from our discussions. The other point was how critical it is to have an appreciative understanding of other religions. In fact, it was Gandhi who said it is the sacred duty of every individual to have an appreciative understanding of the other person's religion. It's not enough to say, I am open-minded. Because if you just say that, and when there's a crisis, when an extremist from a religion commits violence, then immediately there arises doubt, distrust, suspicion, and even the best of minds, they become foggy. So it is critical to have an appreciative understanding of the other's religion if you really want to live peacefully, harmoniously in an interfaith, pluralistic society. So once you get to know the other, once you have an appreciative understanding, then it becomes possible to connect on a human level. Otherwise, the danger is if you don't do those two things, human connection, appreciative understanding, if you don't do that, then in fighting extremism, the danger is we ourselves might become extreme. In fighting for justice, we ourselves might become unjust. That is the biggest danger.
I'm Ann Holmes Redding, and I'm a member of the Interfaith Community Sanctuary, and I'm a Muslim, and I'm also a Christian. It's hard to tell, and I try to remember when I'm in situations like when I'm almost inevitably searched at airports, for example, because of the way I dress, and I assume it's because of the way I dress. And I try to keep in mind that it's not really personal, that and the identity that is being targeted is something I'm very, very blessed to be. I'm blessed to be Muslim. Really? And I think what struck me the most was the name, Global Rally for Humanity. Who makes up humanity was my question, and then I realized that the people who are organizing this are laboring under an assumption that they're actually kind of sides among humanity, that humanity is not one body made up of every human being on the planet, that some people on the planet are human, and then there are some people who are something else, and that's an illusion. That's just an illusion. And so then I was sad about those folks who are laboring under that illusion. So that gave me a lot of hope, and I'm sort of sitting here after the meeting feeling a little, even kind of amused, because it's like the name of the group that kind of inspired us to gather is the Global Rally for Humanity, and I feel as if we rallied, which was really wonderful to see, and we rallied in a way that said, let's check those folks out, let's go listen to them, let's find out what's on their minds and hearts, let's maybe help them. Let's help all of us, because it just seems to me that if we are really interested in cherishing life on this planet, which I think is a really good thing to be interested in, then we all really have to understand we're all on the same side. Because we can't really do it. We can't cherish life on this planet. We can't cherish the life of this planet and then seek to destroy some part of that life. Human life, animal life, plant life, have that as our goal. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I'm feeling really hopeful, because we kind of talked about reaching out to one another, and the thought that came to me was a quote from James Baldwin, which is that we don't really care about China until we fall in love with a person from China. And it occurred to me that we might even be able to fall in love with some of these people who are organizing to, say no to Islam. That's a possibility. Stranger things have happened. So I'm actually I have a little bit of gratitude to them, because our response shows me once again that the medicine is a lot stronger than the disease.